It's the Daily Dog.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Daily Doug. Thanks for being with me today. All right, y'all, during the month of May, once a week during the month of May, we are going to be including some very special episodes, and this is the first one. This is a guest DJ day, and I am pumped to dive into it. Last month, on my birthday, actually, we had a birthday live stream that also celebrated us getting 200,000 subscribers here on the channel, and we had a great time, and we did some trivia, some questions, and the people that won the prize was, hey, you get to be guest DJ on the Daily Doug during the month of May. So we've got 4 winners, one for each week, and this is the first one. It comes from our friend Kermit. Thank you, Kermit, for supporting the channel. Kermit has selected The Great Curve by Talking Heads. Now, Talking Heads is a band that I, of course, have heard of. I know of them, but I am quite unfamiliar with their catalog, including this song. I have not yet heard The Great Curve. So this song is from Remain in Light, the 4th studio album by Talking Heads. It was released in 1980. The release draws influence from layering rhythms and motives, and they're taking some inspiration from African music. They apparently are employing some looping to manifest some polyrhythms into their songs. And as they were recording this album, they used the 1973 album Aphrodisiac by the Nigerian musician Fela Kuti as the template for them building these soundscapes and the songs for this album. As I read that the band had seen or was seeing the musical landscape around them starting to change, and they wanted to continue to evolve their approach to music making, embracing more experimentation and improvisation than they had in previous efforts. And as I read y'all, about every musical adjective that they can find has been applied to this album. I read that this album has been described as music that is new wave, post-punk, world beat, dance rock, art pop, art rock, avant pop, Afro funk, and psychedelic funk. We've got terms for everything, I guess. So I actually am really eager to dive into this one. The lyrics are by David Byrne. The music is by the band, along with Brian Eno. So we've got David Byrne on vocals, keyboards, guitars, bass, percussion, pretty much vocal arrangements. Jerry Harrison is on keyboards, guitars, percussion, and backing vocals. Tina Weymouth is on keyboards, bass, percussion, and backing vocals. And Chris Frantz is on keyboards, drums, percussion, and backing vocals. And Brian Eno also plays several instruments and is the lead producer on the album. Our friend Kermit, who has selected this one, has selected a video presentation of this song from the YouTube channel Anatomy of a Track. Now, this looks interesting. Apparently, this is going to provide a visual representation of the music as we hear it. Every sound in the track is going to be represented by an animated symbol. So it's going to be visually interesting and sonically interesting, I hope. So let's dive in, y'all. This is going to be The Great Curve by Talking Heads. Off we go. Oh, that looks cool. And we've got a groove. Nice. That's an F chord.
Sometimes the world has a load of questions.
Nice.
Seems like the world knows nothing at all.
Can follow the words.
The world is near, but it's out of reach.
The world is near, but it's out of reach.
But they can't hold on.
Huh. She is moving to describe the world. That is some cool visuals, isn't it? The layer, they ain't kidding. There's a lot of layering on this, and the chord isn't changing. It's an F minor 7th chord. The world has a way of looking at people. Sometimes we feel that the world is wrong. She loves the world and all the people in it. She shakes them up when she starts to walk. Who is she? Cool. This is the grooviest one-chord song so far that I've heard. It's definitely a celebration of this African style of layering rhythms to create all these polyrhythms that are going on. It's really cool how they're showing the guitar. It's a really interesting visual notation. Very segmented improvisational outside of the key area guitar solo. I'm looking up here. All right, the world moves on a woman's hips. Cool. Solate, hey, sol. Yeah. Just still on that same basic chord. The world of light, she's gonna open our eyes, y'all. Still don't know who she is. Working on it. She has messages for everyone. I can't get over how the chord's not changing. The entire song. There is no progression because there's only one chord. It's a static harmonic piece that is defined by all of the overlapping elements that keep going. From the bongos and the percussion, the bass, rhythm guitar, all these different voice parts. So say, so say, so. That's awesome. When they all come together. Cool. It's really cool to look at. Anatomy of a track. Cool, I'll be a subscriber, y'all. Well done. It's not polymetrical. They're staying in the steady 4. It's just polyrhythmic within that meter. That's providing some complexity for us. All right, what's next in the little black section? New guitar solo. Funky. the note bending. It sounds like, just if they're in the recording studio, the looping and all of the instruments are going. They're like, give a guitar solo a shot, see what happens, and it's like, this is what I'm doing. Anatomy of a Track, Talking Heads, The Great Curve, 1980, Sire Records, Twitter. Anatomy of a Track. That was really fun. That was cool. And Kermit, great suggestion. That's a great way to get into Talking Heads here on the channel for the very first time. I dug that, y'all. Harmonically, that was pretty easy for me to follow. It was just an F minor 7th chord. They kept melodically going up to that E flat in there. Think about a minor 7th chord. The thing that gives it staying power is you've got a perfect 5th from the root to the 5th. You've also got a perfect 5th from the 3rd to the 7th. It's a very stable chord, and it can provide a really nice foundation to do something just like this. Works really well. So who is she? They're talking about she a lot. And as I read in and as I look at the lyrics, as I experience the song, I think it's multiple metaphors that are kind of wrapped on top of themselves, kind of like the way the song is. It's layered meanings, right? So I think she could just be she. She's a woman. She's a woman with authority. She's a woman with clout. She's a woman with wisdom and experience. And she is just seeking to share her wisdom with us. Maybe she has a place of authority. If it's from the African tradition, I know many African cultures, the women are the authorities in their communities, right? So they are looking for guidance and wisdom. Excuse me. She could also be, metaphorically, the universe or nature itself. The hands that guide nature are invisible, right? Where was it that she was saying that, where was it? That you couldn't see it, or now there's so many words in here, I'm going back up. She's moving to describe the world. She has messages for everyone. She is moving by remote control. Hands that guide her are invisible, right? So, the hand that guides nature, how nature reacts to its surroundings is invisible, but it's palpable and evident. We can watch it. We can see it. Nature acts according to its own laws, no matter what we feel about it, right? And that may be reference to the remote control, right? It's just on autopilot. So maybe it's nature attempting to open our eyes and reveal her truth. And maybe her truth is remaining out of reach for a lot of us. This world of light line was really cool as well. A world of light, she's going to open our eyes up. She's going to hold it, move it, move it. She's going to open our eyes up. So a world of light may be a metaphor for that equals wisdom or knowledge. So the world of light, the wisdom is going to, or the knowledge is going to open our eyes and help us. And then this ending line, she's got to move the world, I think is a reference to, the forces of nature moving us along, whether we are ready for it or not. So a great bit of lyrics, and that was fun. Y'all, it goes to show you that you do not need to overcomplicate your harmonic structures to make a convincing and effective piece of music. The harmonies themselves don't have to be complicated to having a piece of effective music. They have layered all the percussion, the bongos, the hand drumming, the bass, the guitars, all the different voices popping in at different times. They all have their same space and they're repetitive, so they have their say, and we can get to all of the different things that are going on. And the visual nature of that, I think, really helped me to be able to see all of the different rhythms that are going on. A really neat, cool thing. Thank you, Kermit, for suggesting the Great Curve from Talking Heads. This has been fun. I'll try to get to more Talking Heads in the future, but that is all for today and our first guest DJ day here in the month of May. Thanks everybody for hanging out with me, and we will see you next time on another edition of The Daily Doug.